It's The Rock We Live On with Mo and Craig.
Cheers.
Guys,
That's a long reach. Yeah, we got it.
hey,
We got
I got
it.
one. Can I show you guys something real quick?
Go ahead.
Yeah.
All right, so I'm not above you. I'm not under you. I'm right there with you.
There you go.
Oh, I like that.
I like it. We
I like
might have
that.
to adopt
Indeed.
that.
I might have to use that one at a bar sometime, taking a shot.
The rock we live on.
Yeah.
So as you
Welcome.
guys can see in here, there's an extra voice in here.
Yeah.
Today we are doing a special episode. We have reached a year.
A 1 year anniversary.
1 year anniversary.
Yeah.
We have reached what else? We
Well,
reached a year.
18 episodes.
18
in the
episodes.
last year. So
Yeah, pretty
you know,
good.
More than a month every episode. That's
Yeah.
pretty good. We
No,
kind
that's
of do it
pretty
when
good.
we do it when we can.
Yeah.
And
this is our
we-
first guest.
our first guest for our
technically
anniversary.
our first
Yes.
guest.
I'm
We'll-
honored.
Well,
And-
one day we'll talk about. He's our
Well,
our second first guest.
we had a first guest, but the episode didn't get recorded
Yeah,
correctly.
that's
so
all right. Hey,
nobody
that-
ever
wow.
saw it.
That goes to show, man.
Yeah.
If you do it, sometimes it works out well.
This
Sometimes
time-
it doesn't. It's all right. We
This
just keep
time
moving.
It's gonna work.
Yeah.
We've
so-
been listened to in 20 countries.
Yes.
We've had
wow, y'all didn't tell me that.
1,000 downloads between YouTube, Spotify, and the 8 platforms that we're on. So, you know, for a couple of guys just having fun and screwing around, this is
high level.
pretty
It's
cool.
pretty good.
Yeah.
That's
yeah.
high level.
pretty good.
And if you see, if anybody noticed, I shaved.
I was just about to say something about
The,
now.
the classic beard is gone.
So let's introduce. So
Yes,
our
our
guest
guest.
today is my little brother. So this episode is going to be a getting to know Mo
I like
episode.
it. Getting
my
to know Mo.
perspective.
Getting to know
There
Mo.
it
So
is.
this is this is my little brother Guy.
Yep.
Guy Stanford Jr.
Yeah.
And so he's our guest today. And then we'd like to do at some point a getting to know Craig as well.
There
But
you
I'll
go,
leave it up to
Craig.
him how long he wants to
Well,
wait before we do it. But
That's fine.
you know,
I
we'll
think you
get-
kind of get to know me as every episode.
That's
because
true. Yeah.
I don't hold anything back. You know who I am.
This is
what
true.
what I'm
So,
about.
what made you shave the beard? Because I know we
know-
talked about it a few episodes ago.
We talked about it, and I told you my wife hated it,
Yeah.
and my granddaughter hated it, my mom hated it, and so I hear it all the time.
Damn, everybody hated it.
Everybody hated it, but I loved it, and they all admit, no, you look good, but we just don't like it.
Yeah.
So not long ago, though, my wife pulled out a picture of me from a couple of years ago,
Mm-hmm.
and she's like, "Look at that face. I'd love to kiss that face one more
Oh.
time." And that just got to me. you
Yeah.
know? And I'm like, who's to deny her? You know?
Yeah. That's good. Hey,
She
there
didn't
you
like
go.
kissing my beard, so shaved it off.
I think
And we've been
That's
kissing
a-
a lot lately.
I'm gonna tell you what's super interesting. When I walked in, that this is my first time here. My first perspective is you without it.
Yeah.
Right.
You never seen me with
Yeah.
a beard.
So he walks in, he's like, "Yo,
Whoa, shit.
perspective is crazy."
It is.
Because
Yeah,
this
that's
is
funny.
my first perspective. I'm gonna this is normal for me. I'm gonna expect to see you like this.
Yeah.
It's gonna take him a minute to get used to it.
It is.
It-
it really
yeah,
is.
Yeah.
That's funny.
They say I look younger, but yeah, it's a little bit. He's never seen me without a beard.
I've never. No, we've
Yeah,
even
I've had it
before
the
we
whole
started this, when we first met months before this started, he had the
Yeah,
beard.
yeah.
So, and did you have it now? Granted, I didn't remember our interview back at the radio days, and I still apologize for that.
No.
Did you have it then?
No, I did
Okay.
not. I did not have it. Yeah, that was a long time ago. That's probably when the picture she saw was. I don't know, but
Yeah.
yeah. So we'll see. It'll grow back.
Exactly.
It's coming back. Just
Yeah.
a matter of when I decide to let it go. But now I'm hating shaving, so we'll get over that quick.
Yeah.
Man.
It'll run its course pretty
It's gonna
fast.
grow back quick too.
Yeah, I think so.
So yeah,
So getting to know Mo.
yeah.
I like this. I like this.
I can, because obviously I can tell stories about myself all day, and I can
Right.
even tell some of the stories that he's involved in and
Yeah.
stuff like that
But
all
he'll
day.
tell it different.
But from his
Yeah.
perspective, it's totally different.
Yeah.
I got some stories.
I have a brother. I'm the baby, and I have a brother,
Oh, that's
and
dope.
we grew up in the same house, same time, had the same parents, but he had like this terrible life, and I had the best time. So I don't understand how it happened. So I'm interested to hear
Oh, yeah.
how your stories differ.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think. Well, neither of us had a terrible life at all.
Well, I
our
don't think I had a
childhood was
terrible
dope.
life.
But yeah.
There was more pressure put on him, more
For sure.
responsibility,
Same.
I was
more
just gonna say that.
expectation.
Yes.
And
More everything.
For me, he thinks I just had a cake. I didn't have to worry about anything, and I could do no wrong.
Yeah.
I mean, a little bit with
bit
him,
of-
but he could get in trouble, but it was very rare. But I did all the things first, so that I would, I could tell him and my sister, like, all right, I don't think you should do that. I'm coming from because our parents, didn't smoke or drink right
Neither.
at the time.
Ever.
So his dad is my stepdad that I grew up with. We've talked about that before. So
Okay,
that's I just say my dad because
Right.
technically I have two dads. I have my biological father in Memphis, Tennessee, and then I have my dad, his dad that I grew up with. So
I
that's
have the same.
yeah.
Yeah.
So they didn't drink, they didn't smoke, they didn't do any of that. So I was the guinea pig for all that stuff.
Everything.
So then, as they were getting older, I'm like, well, you probably shouldn't get drunk. You probably shouldn't do this, and this is why. And the way I saw it, when my parents told me not to do it, it was like, what do they know? They don't even do it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But for me to
Well-
tell them, I'm like, no, but I knew that might be their mindset. Well, mom and dad said it, but they don't even do it. They don't know if it's fun or not.
Well, let me ask: were they kind of naive to what's going on, what teenagers do? Because you're the first one. They trusted you 100%, but you're out doing things that you shouldn't
That's
be
a
doing,
great
and you
question.
could get away with it. But you educated them, so
Mm-hmm.
when he's coming up,
That's a phenomenal
they
question.
already know.
Yeah. My goodness.
A little bit, actually, a little bit. So our dad, and I'm sure he wouldn't mind me saying this. He wasn't the most like on things. You know what I'm saying? When it comes like that,
Right.
like pop culture and stuff like that, wouldn't have been his strong point. My mom, however, is very astute, and so
Everything,
she was on everything. So I had to be on my toes mentally if I wanted to try to get something past her.
Right.
Because I had to think with her brain to know how I could get away with something.
Like
You
that,
know,
think with her brain.
for instance, like I got two stories, and he could probably give some perspective.
I already thought about
I
one
don't know.
story.
One is a birthday party that my friend and I went to, right? So there were these girls that we were both dating. They were cousins, and this is me and my best friend.
What are you talking about?
Prof.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
So they have an aunt that's only slightly older than us. So
Okay.
she's super cool. She's
Right, yeah.
whatever. So one day we wanted to get a room to hang out with them one night. And my mom, I was like, she's not going to go for that. Like, I got to make up something. So we picked another one of our friends to say it was his birthday and that we were getting a room for his mom was getting us all a room to hang out in, play video games, whatever.
Concocted a
She probably didn't
story.
believe that off the rip.
But
Go
the
ahead.
thing was, I was like, here's the thing, y'all. My mom's not just going to believe that. She's going to have to talk to someone. Like, that. She's not just going to go for that. I'm going to,
Right.
at the very least, I'm going to have to put somebody on the phone with her. If not, I may even have to get her in front of somebody. So
Facts.
the aunt decided to play our friend's mom on the phone
Oh, really?
for us. I mean, we were like
an elaborate
16, so she had to be like 22, 23.
Yeah.
So after the phone conference, I'm like, yeah, mom, so-and-so's birthday, his mom's getting us a room. We're just going to go hang out. We're going to play some video games, whatever. And she's like, I don't know about that. I wouldn't even talk to his mom. So I was like, I knew that was coming. So I already had her ready. I already had her ready.
This is why I learned everything. But I was like, go ahead.
She calls and she's talking to the lady. She's like, yeah, so I've given the aunt the whole script. I'm like, this is the friend's name. This is his mom's. This is your name. This is the hotel we're going to be at, everything.
I've never heard this
Because you're
story.
going
It's
to
a
have to
lesson
have
hear
this. And my mom talks to her. She hangs up the phone. She's like, she sounds kind of young.
Oh, no.
I said, no, that's just how she
Oh,
sounds.
she's good.
I said, well, mom, you sound young too. Like,
Yeah.
nobody would think you're your age from your voice. That's what saved me. That's what
The
I think.
compliment.
Okay. So she agrees. So my dad's just like, whatever, tell me if she said yeah, and I'll drop y'all off. So on the way, we're like, Dad, we ain't really going to no birthday party. He was like, I knew y'all would.
Yeah, Dad be knowing.
He was like, I knew this wasn't no. He was like, man, just tell me one thing. Do y'all need protection? And I was like, yeah, we probably do. He stopped us at the store. He got us the protection we needed.
And my love dad.
And yeah, he looked out, and I was so appreciative for that because he was just like, now don't look. I don't know nothing. So if this don't go, if you get in trouble for something, or if y'all do something you ain't supposed to do, I didn't know y'all were here with no girls. I know the same. I was like, you right, Dad? I got you.
That's so
and sure enough, he was like, I'll be here at such and such time tomorrow morning. He pulled up. We left. Everything went smooth.
That's funny. We have
Holy crap.
very similar situations where my mom was the one that I really had to work hard on, and I had a stepdad that I called. I don't call him dad, but he's my dad when I refer to my dad.
Yeah,
and he wouldn't say a word. Now he probably wouldn't have gone out to get me supported for whatever I was doing, but he knew stuff was going on, and he wouldn't say a word.
Yeah.
So, similar situations. That's just really cool.
I think this was
my mom would have shown up though. She did a
well,
couple of times.
Oh, really? I
She
think the
came
only
to
reason
the
she
party,
didn't. I think the only reason she
so-
didn't is because he was the one that took us. Had we
Right.
ridden
So
with another
she
friend or
was cool with
something?
that,
Yeah, I think she would have pulled
I
up.
think so too.
Yeah,
I
my
think
mom
so, too.
showed up, and then you start hearing, I'm in a back room somewhere, and somebody's mom is here, and you're like, oh shit, what's going on? And then it's your mom. You're like, oh god, no.
Dude,
I would lose
the type of heart rate that we would get to
Oh,
being in a
God,
situation like
Oh,
that.
yeah.
That because
yeah.
and everybody
Oh, my
knew
goodness.
our parents. Everybody in our friend groups knew our parents because we all played sports. So and my dad was the coach, and so my mom was like
there
the
you
team
go.
mom. So if they were to
Everybody
show
knew.
up, they'd be like, "Oh, that's
So
Coach and Miss Alicia," and we'd
Yeah.
be like, "Oh
And
God."
all
we're
the
screwed.
kids would be feeling like they let
Oh,
the
yeah.
coach and his wife down.
Oh, yeah.
because they respected
Especially
them
back
that
then.
much.
Yeah, for back then for
Because
sure.
they were everybody's extended parents.
Exactly.
At that point, a lot of our friends, majority of our friends, they all had their mom.
Mm-hmm.
Majority of them didn't really have their pops though.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
More so speaking for my friends, but I
Yeah,
would say
my-
yours.
A couple
too,
of
though.
mine, yeah.
The majority of mines, I would say like my close friends, like if you think of like Lil D, Delaney, Dre, they pops was there. But if you think of the guys that I hooped with, the majority of their dads like weren't around.
Yeah.
So
They all still call our dad Coach. That's
this
literally,
day.
Oh, that's
literally
cool.
Coach. That's
I like
just
that.
that's
they-
his name.
Everybody
I
in
like
their
that.
30s and 40s now.
Yeah.
That's still what they do.
That-
We should
call him Coach.
we should have had them, your parents, here for getting to know Mo. That would have been fun.
Man,
Oh, that's a good perspective.
that would be hilarious.
Yeah.
I would like to hear mom's perspective.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Me
I
too.
think
I would look because you know what? The older I get, I think about because we've now way surpassed the age of when our parents had us,
Yeah.
and I try to
Yeah,
understand.
You're older now.
Yeah, I try to
Yeah.
understand what they were doing at our age. Like mom was like 19. She had you.
20. Or
20.
she had me right before she turned 20, not 8 days before she turned 20.
See,
Wow.
and I'm
Mhm.
the baby, and she was 28 when she had me,
Wow.
and I'm 30.
Yeah.
So I start looking at things. I'm just like, man,
She's younger than me.
oh, mom's what 58,
She'll be,
Yeah.
she's 58.
58.
Yeah, because I'm 38, so she's 58, yeah.
But this
Wow.
is her firstborn,
Yeah.
and I got to hear stories I've never heard before in my late 20s. Me and Robert, so
Yeah.
I call him pops low key too. You know what
Yeah,
I'm saying?
my biological.
Like
yeah,
Robert
pops.
is just like a phenomenal, just man, right?
Yeah.
And me and him are pretty close as well. And just hearing different perspectives, like I'm older, getting to hear things. I was so naive because you met Robert when you was what, like 21?
So, 2021.
Because I was like 13, 14.
Yeah, we can bring it a little bit closer, yeah.
Too easy. But just hearing those perspectives, Leron he's the one that's seen everything. Sometimes I hear him and my sister tell stories of before I was born. I'm
Yeah.
like, damn, so much happened before I was even thought
Like
of.
you
Yeah.
missed everything. Huh?
But Leron's the OG. He's the
Yeah.
one that got to experience my granddad in his not younger years, but like when he
Yeah.
was still like going on post,
Doing stuff.
having
That was our
lunch.
dude. Yeah.
You told me some stories
Oh
recently.
yeah, we used to go on
So-
post, and I was everywhere. Like he would go on post and have just random lunches with his old, Army buddies and stuff.
That's cool.
And I would just be
He's
right along with him,
along.
tag along.
As a
Yeah.
little kid.
Little kid tagged along on post, just sitting here watching these older guys talk
Yeah,
about
talk
their
about the old days.
service days and stuff. Yeah.
Yeah.
I can't even talk about. I'm gonna get emotional if we get to talking about granddaddy. Man, I ain't even gonna lie. That's the only thing that makes me cry. Is literally
Granddad.
that's
Yeah.
it.
I cry about
That's
everything.
Cool. That's cool.
When we have his annual breakfast.
Yeah.
That's the
We're
only
both
time
wearing his jewelry, right?
I've
Yeah,
been-
literally.
I've been talking to Mo for a year now, and getting to know him and about his family. And when he talks about his family, we have a lot of similarities, and I just feel like it's such a great family,
Yeah,
and
man.
for you to say that kind of stuff, that's just really cool.
Yeah.
You guys have had a really great family. So even if the perspectives are different, what an awesome upbringing you've had.
We're like
and
this.
experience you've had.
Oh yeah,
That's really
We
cool.
Our
stay
family's
like this.
super close.
That's really cool.
And like growing up, we were just talking about being protectors. Like I was so,
Yeah.
cause that's just what family, to me, that's what family is and what we do.
Yeah.
That's what family
You
does.
Look out for each other.
Yeah. And I was always taught like that's your brother and your sister, you watch out for them. You don't
Yeah,
let anything happen to them. You're the oldest, you're the big brother.
Yeah.
You protect them at all costs. And I took that extremely seriously.
Yeah.
Extremely seriously. Like I didn't play at all when it came to the two of them.
Yeah.
And I would let people
You
know,
know,
like, hey,
I think that's a big brother responsibility. My big brother, I only have one brother, and I have a stepsister. I have two stepsisters, but they weren't really big parts of my life. They didn't really live with us most of the time or with me, and that's a long story. But my brother, growing up, he had the responsibility of looking out for little brother, and he got in trouble a few times because he didn't look out for me when he was supposed to. But there was also a couple of times where, there was like a fight, and he would step in and make sure I was protected. And a couple of times we like tag teamed some people and worked it out
Now
together,
that-
like
you know
elementary
what?
school fight kind of stuff.
we never had, because of
Only because
we're
the
8
age
years-
distance. If
we're
it was
8
the same
years
age,
gap.
it would have been fucking crazy.
It would have been insane if we were closer in age. And had to fight
100%.
people.
That would have been
Well,
bad.
if
A
you
lot-
showed up, then everybody was like backing down big time,
Normally,
right?
Oh, yeah, that's how
if
it
I
go.
showed up,
That's how
just
it
your
go.
presence was enough. Huh?
honestly,
in his,
and I
in
know
his
that sounds-
reputation too.
Oh, yeah, the rap.
See, they know Mo. They don't know Young Ron.
Yeah, no, they
I
don't.
can
They
give
don't.
Young
Young
Ron
Ron was
stories.
my old rap. That was a different dude, man.
A completely different. Just to give some perspective. So like Leron is my big brother, but the older I got, well, really once I became a man, I really realized he was like he may not see it this way, but he's almost like a third parent,
Yeah.
right?
How much difference is between
8
you?
years.
8 years.
Mm-hmm. Okay, yeah.
So my parents worked, but the thing is, they were great parents. I didn't realize how much they worked when you're a kid because we're traveling, we're everywhere.
Mm-hmm.
But Leron stayed at home with us a lot, watched us, took care of us.
Yeah.
I would be a completely different person. I can get emotional talking about it. I'm not going to let myself get emotional. But because
I'm going to cry
Yeah,
probably.
you're gonna
It's
No,
all right.
I'm
You're
dead.
gonna make
I
me
will.
cry.
I don't mind.
I've
crying.
cried about this before.
I cry a lot.
I don't
Right?
think
I
we-
think
I
I was
think it's
talking.
healthy.
I think I was talking to maybe Sydney about it or somebody. But without him, I wouldn't be here for a couple of reasons. Right? For one, I would have been a completely different type of person. We grew up in New Providence, which is a Crip neighborhood.
Mm-hmm.
So most of my friends were already down. Well, we call it down with the set. By the time maybe 12, 13,
Mm-hmm.
his
Mine,
era was even more involved.
In the yeah.
And I can share this. You won't mind this.
No, go ahead.
But Leron obviously knows, like, we growing up in New Providence. I'm like a tough kid, but I'm not like out there. But so he's knowing, like, I'm starting to become of age a little bit, which in that time frame, 10 or 11 is becoming of age.
Yeah, that's scary.
He tells me, you know where I'm going.
Yeah, I know exactly where you're going.
He's
with
like, yo, basically, I know what your friends is doing, but you ain't never getting down with this set. If I ever hear that you got down with the set, I'm going to beat your ass in front of the homies and tell them you ain't down.
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
So, matter of fact, I was younger than 10. He probably told me that when I was like 8 or 9 because I was like in 3rd or 4th grade. So, I never in my life had any thoughts of joining the gang.
Yeah.
It was never even a question
Yeah.
because of him.
That's awesome.
Because I didn't do it. I got offered.
Yeah.
I chose not to. Now, I will say, the neighborhood we grew up in, there was a process of getting jumped into the neighborhood too. I did do that.
Yeah.
But
For the hood, though, not
for
for
the neighborhood, but for becoming a Crip, nothing, because all my homeboys are Crips. I don't mind.
Lot of
We're all
mines.
40 now, so whatever. But I didn't see the value in going that far with it, so I chose not to do it, and everybody respected me for it. After a couple of years of like, hey, you're gonna join, you're gonna get down, I'm like, no. Eventually, people just stopped asking and respected that I was going to be my own man and whatever.
That's
and
good.
so with him, I was like, well, I know
They're going
to try. And I just told him exactly what he just said. And then I ended that with, so you either take 2 ass whoopings and don't be down, or you
pointless.
take 0 ass
Take
whoopings
0,
and don't be down.
It's pointless.
It's 2 or 0.
It was
Right.
pointless.
And
for
I
me
meant
to-
every word of that. And let me be clear. I might have had a little bit of, cachet, so to speak, in the neighborhood, but as far as the real, like, my circle of friends and the ones that are close to my age, maybe they would have respected me doing that. The older dudes who didn't really know me like that, if I did let's just hypothetically say it happened. He got down, I took him to what we called the circle, that was the projects, and beat him up in front of everybody and was like, this is my brother, he's not down.
They wouldn't
and
have
beat his ass.
respected
They would. Some of them would have respected
Some of them would. I'm talking about the
but
big
the
homies.
big homies, they wouldn't have gave a shit. They would have
would've-
whooped. They would have jumped me.
Yeah, that's what.
Right.
and he still would have been down.
Right.
Tayborn
right.
and Dunny and all them would have respected that.
Yeah. The dudes my age or slightly older would have been. They would have been like, damn,
wild.
okay.
That's
But
wild.
the really older dudes wouldn't have gave a
they'd
shit.
been like, nah. So the blessing in that, as I got older, so I got a lot of respect from my guys that got down because I never got down, but they know I'm with whatever, right? In terms of whatever come with it, right? Because we grew up squabbling and doing whatever, just kid stuff. We weren't bad
kid
kids,
stuff.
but it was a blessing because my generation was way more irresponsible than his generation. Right, not to say his was just a bunch of responsible dudes.
No,
I'm not saying that, but
no, I
mine's
understand it.
mine's came up under. I'm not finna even throw nobody under because I don't mean it that way. But like my generation is just more irresponsible.
Right.
Right. A lot of his guys are still around, at least around. A lot of mine's, they're in jail or they're not here.
Right.
Some of his too, but more of mine's.
Yeah.
More of mine's because of maybe lack of leadership, whatever the case. But I say that to say, you need. Everybody don't have a big brother.
Right.
For whatever reason he wasn't here, right? I know I would have been different because for one, I wouldn't have had that said to me. But at the end of the day, you're gonna do what's going on in your environment, and a lot of that's my parents too. Because I hoop, my pops, I was always hooping.
Yeah.
When I was in the neighborhood, I was playing basketball. Like if I'm in the projects, like I'm not in the projects thugging. I'm at Creation Crib, or I'm like playing 21 or something like that. Like I was never going to the circle to be cool. Like in New Providence is like a community anyway. We don't look at Chapel Street like the street. It's just a street in New Providence. I think people that's not from New Providence, they look at Chapel Street like this monarch.
Yeah.
But it's
'Cause
really
it's
another
one of the few neighborhoods in the city that have an actual projects. So
yeah. For us it's more of like it's a neighborhood community.
Yeah.
They call it if you're a Crip, Cack Streets. We call it's the back streets. We grew up in the back streets.
Yeah.
On Susan Street. But I think about what my friends didn't have, the protection they didn't have, the guidance they didn't have. I wanted to do everything like him. I started wearing forces, playing basketball. A lot of the reasons I was really good at a young age is because he played basketball.
Yeah.
He didn't take it as seriously as I did. But just the fact that he played it, so I just want to do whatever my big brother's
I
doing.
firmly
You know what
believe
I'm
that
saying?
sports keeps you focused and out of trouble. And,
Oh, yeah.
And the good kids are playing sports.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
The good kids and the good families are supporting the
That's
kids
our family.
playing
Yeah,
sports.
and that's the thing. And it's great that you say that because a lot of our teammates, most of their parents didn't show up to
Nothing.
games and stuff like that.
Nothing.
Yeah.
They just left their kids under the tutelage and the watchful eye of our parents,
parents.
Yeah.
and maybe
Well,
two other
saying.
parents that would be involved.
That's
Max.
when your parents became the secondary parents.
Yeah.
To
because-
everybody.
And
To
'cause
dozens.
that was out of respect,
Dozens.
and they looked up to them. That's awesome. That's awesome.
Yeah.
That's what you see around this room is all my kids' stuff from growing up playing baseball
Yeah.
for years and years.
I wonder what happened to all of our stuff. We used to have this. Remember that? Trophy
Oh, the trophy stand. Yeah.
Hey, gonna lie, our childhood was actually dope.
Our childhood
when you really
was pretty
think
cool.
about it, we had this probably like 7 feet tall, maybe.
Yeah, it was.
I mean, at least for me, I was small.
And it had like all of our just every sports trophy,
Trophies, championships.
Yeah. And we grew up in a very competitive household. It's still that way. Our family, when it's like even family game night,
that
we're
shit
not
ain't
family
normal.
while we're playing.
It's not
game
normal.
night.
It's on, huh?
And if you don't understand us, you probably think we're crazy.
Competitive, exactly.
No, it's for real.
No,
Yeah,
it's not. It's not for everybody.
it's not.
Him and my
like
mom
that.
have been undefeated
Oh yeah.
in Pictionary
Pictionary.
since I was 7.
Yeah.
The Pictionary
Pictionary.
champion.
Since I was 7.
Undefeated.
I think you need a T-shirt.
I'm 30 years old. That's when I'm looking at the camera.
For 23 years.
23 years
Pictionary
undefeated.
champion.
When I was a kid, I got to play both teams. Remember? Remember I got to be on this side.
Yep.
But nobody's ever beat them in Pictionary.
That's funny.
And we going hard.
Yeah.
We going hard. Nobody's ever beat them in Pictionary.
The one downside on my end of that is though, I'm the guesser.
yeah.
I don't get to draw.
No, he don't draw.
You don't draw.
Even if I want
I
to.
can count on one hand how many times I've ever seen him draw.
No, my mom is.
We got to be up by like.
you
y'all
can
got
get
to
by
be
a
up by
squiggle.
like.
We have to be so far ahead that there's literally no chance that they could catch up. And even then, she might let me draw once. But we know our strengths. My brain is a copy of her brain almost. I
Yeah.
know that sounds crazy, but he could tell you. My brain is
yeah.
a copy of her brain.
That's how you knew.
He
what
can
she
draw
was
a
gonna
line.
do. Yeah.
He'll say Bud Light.
You know, yeah, you know
Hey, I
exactly.
can't make this up, man.
It's a simple thing. You know exactly. what it
crazy.
is.
Yeah,
That's funny.
it really is.
My
Shout
kids
out to
are like
Mom,
that.
man.
Personally, I don't play any of those games. I don't like them. I think board games. The reason they call them board games is because you're bored. when you
Really?
play. I can't stand it.
Wow.
That's the old school thing, I
yeah,
think. Because
maybe.
grandma, we tried to play with
Well,
Dad's mom one time.
yeah.
We tried to get her to play. I never get.
And she didn't.
She
It
was
goes
like, nah,
back
it's boring.
to being a
Said
kid,
that.
me and my brother, just the two of us, playing all these games, and he would cheat. He had to win. He had to enforce the rules or change the rules. I always lost, no matter what, and it was always
So
frustrating.
you didn't get to the point where you started taking over and winning?
Oh no,
You had-
He
you had a
did.
little brother?
I would throw the thing and storm off.
Oh, you
know?
were me.
Yeah.
So,
Well, I was the baby.
oh, you used the okay, yeah,
Yeah.
you used me.
So okay,
So
so
even now, I can't stand him. It brings back flashbacks.
we're so competitive. When he was little,
Oh man,
so and when he was really, really young, I used to get away with like the controller not being plugged in. Then he started catching on to like, I'm not playing for real, like you know.
Right,
So I had to really let him play, and I'd beat him, you know, for years. And then he get a little bit older, a little bit older, a little bit older, and start getting a little bit better, a little bit better. And then when he would lose, he was starting to get more competitive. So he'd hit me with something. I shit you not, he's hit me with
it was bad.
game controllers. Blockbuster case,
Fist.
fist. Like as soon
marbles
as the
out. I remember
game
one time I threw
ends,
marbles.
I would just look over because I knew he was coming. And,
Yeah, something's coming.
That's funny.
but then
Sore loser.
Just to
He
lose,
was-
just because I lost. Fair and square.
fair and square lost.
He didn't cheat or nothing.
Have you beat him?
Oh, that's
Oh,
where
by
you're
the
getting
time
to.
I was
Remember that
about-
moment.
Yeah.
So
Oh,
here's
yeah.
the thing about having a big brother that's a strong like role model. I was very advanced. I got really good in sports and really good in video games at an
Yeah.
early age.
Yeah.
He'll tell you I've been playing spades. This is more so crazy than my parents. I've been playing spades since I was 7. At a high level.
He learned spades before I did.
Yeah, he didn't learn spades. He was grown. So I've been playing spades at a high level. I was gambling by the time I was like 11, right?
Yeah.
But video game, by the time I was 9,
He started his.
I was beating him in NBA Live and Madden.
Yeah,
was like
he was
a
starting to
and
come
forth.
back.
There you
Yeah,
go.
it was 50-50 by that point.
Yeah.
And I'm not gonna lie, I'm a bit of a sore loser as well. Now I never hit him with anything.
You didn't hit a heater.
I did.
You didn't hit a heater.
I did.
We was older at that point though. But still.
I don't even remember how it happened, but
The heater?
The heater. Yeah.
I want to tell that one, please.
Go ahead.
This is when Leon was older. I remember getting so excited because this is when he left. You know, he moved out, so he'll like come back. You know what I'm saying? This is when you like I'll be in the living room. This is like I'm like 13. 12, 13. You know what I'm saying? He done went for college, did his thing. We playing UFC. I'm beating the shit out of him with Brock Lesnar. I'll never forget it. I'll probably remember more because I had one of the best laughs ever. I just remember throughout the beatdown, we ran several matches. He kept looking at the heater like he was finna hit the motherfucker. It was premeditated. He kept looking at the heater. Finally, it was one last knockdown. He smacked the heater across the room. I'm talking about I could not stop laughing. Oh my God.
I was a bit of a sore loser, man.
Hey,
on the heater.
We
had a heater
definitely
back in the
slapped
day.
the heater, and I remember one of my boys stopped playing. Was it Monopoly? I forgot what we played.
Y'all used to play. You talking about y'all
But
apartment?
in our apartment in
Y'all was
college,
playing Monopoly, yeah.
and
Or Trouble,
I got
too.
so upset that I just like a chair like this. I got so mad I just turned around and flipped it over. And he was like, "I'm never playing with you again, ever." And he didn't. He didn't play again because I get too upset.
Something's
at
wrong
losing.
with our competitive
yeah.
acceptance.
I think
Extremely.
That's awesome.
We've gotten better though.
And people are like, and I
Yeah.
always told people, they're like, "Oh, well, you're a sore loser. What the fuck am I supposed to be? A happy loser?
Yeah. I want to
Yeah.
win.
I want to win. I don't want to
We
be a
doing
loser."
that about board games. So like now, so I'm not blaming him for this. So like I gamble, right? And I don't even have to.
It's partly my fault.
He introduced me to it,
Yeah.
but I took it to another level.
Because he would be on our travel, so AAU basketball, our travel team, him and one or two of his friends would travel with us. Because,
Yeah.
because my whole family's there. So he has to be there.
Yeah.
So my parents would let him bring a friend or whatever, especially because they're watching our games and they're learning while we're playing basketball.
Yeah.
But they're also in the rooms with us and stuff and watching what we're doing. So when me and the kids are, betting money on whatever we're betting money on, dice or video games or whatever,
Right.
Yeah.
he's also seeing that. So I will
Yeah.
take some.
Yeah.
I'll
You're
take a
an
little bit of blame
influence.
for that. Yes,
Good
I
and
will.
Bad.
You don't remember this because y'all used to shoot dice in there too.
We did.
You taught me how to shoot dice when I was 7 years old.
Oh,
But you
God.
taught me this you showed me this at the house though.
Oh God,
Y'all was already doing it. We seen everything they did, but I mastered it so quick. And you don't remember this. He actually showed me how to tie my shoes. I know you don't remember that.
I kind of do.
And I learned it quick though. You showed me it one time,
I
and
feel like I
since
do
that
remember
day, I'm 30 years old. Since
Yeah.
that day, I know. So he taught me how to tie my shoes too, right?
That's awesome.
But you showed me how to shoot dice. You didn't show me how to shoot CeeLos. You showed me how to shoot. I didn't know how to shoot CeeLos till I got older.
Yeah.
High school and all that. But by the time I was 7, I was pretty good at shooting craps because he broke it down so simple. He was just like, look, if you shoot a 7 or 11 on the first row, you won. Unless they call it,
Yeah.
it's a win.
This is
and if
hey
you
guys.
roll another number.
This was younger me, by the way. Remember this?
So if I'm 7, you're 15.
I was 15 teaching a 7-year-old how to shoot
7-year-old.
craps.
But
That's
that's the environment though too.
It was that was the environment we were
You're
in.
not teaching me nothing like bad.
Yeah.
I'm gonna
Right.
do this shit either way, right? And you was just like, if you hit another number, if you hit 7 before that number, unless it was called, like it's a crap. So like literally, that was one conversation of him showing me that since this day, I've known how to shoot craps.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
But
7.
then see, that's a testament to where, because we never, where we grew up, never dictated who we became.
Never.
Right.
Our family life
Yeah.
allowed us to. We dibbled and dabbled in the street life and
It
the
was
hood life,
there.
and
Yeah.
we dibbled and dabbled, and we're street smart enough to know what's going on, when,
100%.
and stay safe and be aware. But we chose never to go all the way
Yeah.
in.
Never.
Yeah.
Like if it was
Facts.
a swimming pool, we stayed in the 4 or 5 foot.
Yeah.
We didn't jump in the 12
Facts.
12 foot
Jump
side
in,
with
right.
the
It's a great
diving board.
example.
It's a good
That's
analogy.
exactly how our life was.
As a parent, and you're a parent. I don't know if you have kids, but you're
3
a
of 'em.
teacher.
Yeah, he's got
You
more kids than I
3
do.
He's got 3 kids, but you're a teacher, so you know the influence that's out there.
Oh, yeah.
And I used to say that I'm fighting with society to raise my kids constantly because they believe everybody else but me. But I had the opportunity to get in their head, and I kept saying things so that they would hear me when I wasn't around.
That's
Dang,
exactly
that's big time.
what happened with us.
That's
Yeah,
what I'm
that's
saying.
exactly-
That's exactly what I'm hearing right
That's
here.
exactly what happened.
Is it was outside,
Mm-hmm.
but you had the family values that
Yeah.
were ingrained in you to know that when you went out there,
Yeah.
it's you know what to stay away.
So we
from.
had our
So that's
parents,
awesome.
but me and my sister also had Leron too. So imagine having the parent perspective, but then you got your big brother.
yeah,
That everybody's everybody like he's like, it's interesting. He's a big homie from the neighborhood without ever getting down with the
Yeah.
actual game.
I like that though.
Right.
So they respected you.
They respect him for being himself.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But so we had that from our big brother as well.
Yeah.
I never was finna be too cool because guess what? I know they gonna tell big bro.
Yeah.
If I got into it, remember I got into it with them older dudes who they call. They call big bro.
So,
Yep.
yeah.
And I always had this level of confidence
He did. God.
to do my thing, but I also knew because I had big bro and his best friends were my big brothers as well.
Yep.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So if I wasn't around, I was still represented.
Yeah.
all the
Oh,
time.
that's
So matter of
awesome.
fact,
They're looking out.
man, you grew up with man, but he
Yeah.
wasn't as close as like Prav and Snack. But that's
Yeah.
in that situation, it was man there.
Yep.
I got into it. We used to play pickup at Burns Darn, which is my elementary school. When I got a little older, they started having pickup sessions there. So I'm like 13, 14. Still really feeling myself at a high level in basketball. At this time, I'm really feeling myself. When I got into it with this Austin P dude.
Yeah. So he
tried-
was in middle school, or
Yeah.
maybe late middle school, early
Yeah.
high school.
Yeah.
And the dude he got into it with was a college.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He tried to pump me out of my neck, so I wasn't going, especially at that time.
Yeah.
I'm not going for that. And I got on the court, and he was just like, I was like, I'm on, I'm not getting off. He's like, I'm going to put you off. I said, you're going to have to put me off. You know what I'm saying?
Standing up,
He started
yeah.
approaching me. I started approaching him. Man steps in.
Yeah. This is a dude from our neighborhood that's
Yeah.
my
Nice.
age. Yeah.
So
Yeah.
he stepped
He was my
in,
boy.
does the big homie thing. I stay on. And I'll never forget this. I went ballistic this pickup game. I'm talking so crazy to this dude. He on the side, right? Because, man, now I feel like I'm a big homie because the big homie done stepped in. I'm talking so crazy to this dude. And then not even – the dude was gone by the time you got there.
Yeah, because
I remember that.
I got a call.
Oh,
Yeah.
you
I got
gotta
a
come
call.
down,
About
really.
15 minutes later, he probably left because and now my team won too, so he would have
Yeah.
to play. I don't remember why he left, so I don't want to make it seem like I punked him because that's not what happened. But I was talking bad, right? Because I'm feeling myself. So not even 15 minutes later, you and like 2 other, I don't know who you came in there with.
I can't even remember.
You came in there,
And I,
you know what I'm saying, and he was gone at that point.
yeah.
But dude was big. I wouldn't say he played football or something. It's just, then again,
And I didn't give a shit.
Big
I was
bro.
like,
Yeah, I don't
all
care.
I heard was, hey, man, your little brother got into it with a
Right,
college
right.
dude. I'm on my way.
big bro
Yeah.
walk in. That's
Just
so.
commit
That's our whole
everything.
life, though. That situation is like an example of me and my sister's upbringing.
Yeah.
That's just a funny one.
And because our friend, my boy, I mean, literally, and from what I was told, because I wasn't there, but the dude who, my boy that stepped in on his behalf, told the dude, like, you don't want his brother to show up.
Right. Yeah.
Like, I'm telling you, you don't want his brother to come.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And I don't even remember who called me. Yeah,
have
maybe it
no
was
idea
him.
who
I can't
called
remember
you.
who called me.
I don't even know.
But
you pulled up.
I pulled up and I was like, "Where's he at?" And they were like, "Oh, hey, it's handled. It's handled. It's all good. He's gone."
Calm down.
I'm like, "Oh, okay, cool." And then I think we might have played a game or two
Just chill
while we
out,
were
yeah.
there. Yeah.
Shout out to Man, bro. If Man,
yeah, that's my
shout out
dude.
to Man. He probably don't remember that.
He
Yeah,
may
that's
not.
a-
I
that's
don't
a
know.
small
I hope
moment,
that
but-
kind of stuff goes on now. My brother was not a tough guy, and you know the interesting about all this is a small town. I mean,
It is.
and you're
Everybody's
surprised that kind of goes on in small town where we are. I grew up in L.A. area where that stuff would have been much bigger and much more out of control, and you
Oh,
really
wow.
needed.
Oh
a
yeah,
lot
there
of
probably
people.
has been some bullets.
And
Someone
we
would
didn't
have.
have that in my neighborhood, so it wasn't really a big thing. But my brother was always looking out for me no matter what. So yeah, it was a different situation.
What's the age gap?
And just 3 years.
Okay.
3 years. My
See,
brother's 3 years older.
what I tried to do is use that same I'll use the word again, cachet or reputation I had in that sense, right? Of my brother will pull up like that kind of thing.
Right.
I almost before I get to where I'm leading to, I almost fought a dude in a church league basketball game
Because of me.
for talking crazy to him.
Yeah.
And there's a certain level of anger that old me, it would take. I mean, it's going to take everything in the world to get me to this point now.
Right.
But old me,
that was a church league.
when I got to a certain level, there was only one person that could stop that from happening. It was my mom.
Yeah,
for me.
I knew that
And
was the answer.
So we were in a church league game, and he's again younger. I don't know.
I'm talking cash.
He's probably 15. He's not 18
I'm
yet
14
for sure.
because this is my freshman year. I'm 14.
And
I'm
he's
14.
talking crazy on, and this is a church league game. Our pastor
He's
is
in the
there.
Game. He's in the game. He was playing. He was on the team.
He was on the team, and my brother's talking. He's not saying cuss words or anything.
No, we hooping.
But
you know what I'm
he's
saying?
talking shit.
Yeah.
And one of the older dudes on the other team decided to say something. And my brother was like, well, you ain't going to do anything, and he's just hooping. And the dude was like, I'll beat your ass.
Right then.
Trigger.
There you go.
Just the switch flip. At the middle of the game, I walked up to the dude in the middle of the court. Who's that? You going to beat whose ass?
I remember that.
You going to beat whose ass? I promise you ain't going to be shit in here.
I remember that, bro.
And then everybody was like, oh, God. Oh, no. Oh, no. I did that. I almost fought a referee at one of his games for something they said to him.
A couple games.
My boy had to jump on my back.
I remember that. Mike, right?
Mike, yeah.
That was Mike.
Keep you off the referee.
I got so mad that the referee said something to him. And obviously, our dad had a bit of an anger problem too, but he's the coach. He'll get kicked out. The whole team will get,
Right.
But the ref says something out of line to him. It wasn't just normal referee talk. It was out of line. It was after the game while, a conversation was going on.
It was my fault.
And it was probably his fault. But at the time, I don't care if it's his fault. He's a kid. You're a grown man.
Yeah.
So I started walking towards the dude. Oh,
you good? It's my text.
Yep. I started walking towards the dude like, what's up? We're going to do this. And then my boy, who was there, traveling with us, jumped on my back. Wow. And I carried him. It didn't
I remember that. I was like, he's strong as hell.
It didn't matter. Like, I was going to, if I'd have made it up to the guy, I was going to fight him with my boy still on my back.
Oh, my gosh.
But what happened was my mom stepped in.
That's all we need.
And she had that, that squinted eye, and I was like,
that
okay,
shit's still scary.
I guess I'm done. Yeah,
it's still scary.
I was done because it was either I continue and get slapped in front of all of these people.
Yeah, you can't do that.
You ever got smacked in front of your friends by mom?
No,
I didn't got slapped.
No, thank God.
And I don't want to make our mom is not an aggressive person.
No, not at all.
But the reason she smacked me made sense. We was at Delaney's house.
Uh-huh.
I thought she was like outside, so I yelled.
Yeah.
Because I'm thinking I didn't want to ride with her and dad. Like I was upset.
Yeah.
I was like, I'm riding with whomever I said I was riding with. She took that as I was yelling
at her.
But if you remember, you don't remember this particular house, the Delaney house.
I don't.
I'm downstairs. As soon as I busted left out of his room, there's like 5 or 6 steps, and then outside. I'm thinking she's outside. She's right around the corner.
I never heard of this.
Completely wrong context. She thinks I'm yelling at her.
Yeah.
I'm thinking I'm yelling
out the door, like all the way out.
To speak to her.
No.
So I didn't see it coming. And Mom, I'm sorry. Because listen, this is what she's supposed to do if you think I'm yelling.
Yeah.
I walk around the corner. I didn't even see it. I just felt it. Boom. She smacks me. I fall.
Which is a surprise to me because he never got in trouble.
But I'm older though now.
Yeah.
I'm like 12, 13 now. She not finna just let no grown kid raise his voice.
Yeah. Keep you in line. I like it.
You know what I'm saying? This wasn't a 5 or 6 year old. I mean, this is me like I'm 12, 13 years old.
Yeah.
I fall down on Delaney's bed. So I'm in the car doing all this shit. They all just laughing. she thought I was yelling at her. So that's our mom.
man.
She's
Yeah.
not
I love
taking
that.
no
I
shit
love
from
that.
nobody.
Not at all.
But her balance is why me and Leron and Courtney were able to get through this life. And I'm not shitting on our
Yeah.
dad because our dad
Yeah.
taught us how to protect ourselves. But you need that balance.
Yeah.
My dad going straight there.
Yeah.
My mom was not confrontational. She's more so walk away from it.
Mm-hmm.
And we all are the type of, even to this day, we can walk away.
Mm-hmm.
We don't care about fight. We don't want to do
Yeah.
that.
Nope.
Right.
We done some people real bad.
I don't care about my reputation
But
to other
it came,
people, whatever.
Yeah, that don't matter to us.
Yeah.
And we done people bad physically because they forced our hand. We don't even want to see nobody bleeding.
Right. No,
We're not
no.
those type of people, right? And it's interesting because people may have seen us fight or something. It may have think otherwise, but we actually are lovers, not fighters.
Yeah.
Like at all.
No, I get that sense.
It's
you know,
interesting.
Just if you get to know, but you're looking out for each other and you're
Oh,
taking
yeah.
care of, and your mom's keeping you in line.
Oh man, and
Now-
what was so
now,
cool was
for you, it would have been diminishing your reputation. For him, it's kind of like they expect it to mom to keep him in line, and
Oh,
it,
yeah.
it was okay.
Oh, yeah, at
so
that
it
point, for
didn't
sure.
hurt your reputation at
Not
all.
at all,
No.
man. That's just
Not
Miss
at all.
Alicia smacking the shit out of little
Yeah,
guys
yeah.
for doing too much. Yeah.
What's funny though is when I got older and went off to college, right? Anytime they got in trouble, I got to get the call from my mom.
Oh, my
Let me
God.
tell you what your damn brother did, or let me tell you what your sister did. And I would love those calls because I was like, yes, somebody he's getting in trouble because that's it.
Yeah.
He got away. Oh my God. Okay, before we go, we got to tell the story about when you tried to run away.
Oh shit.
Okay,
Oh,
now
no.
let me preface this by saying. Let me preface this
a
by
legendary
saying,
story.
my mom is the sweetest, most caring
Ever.
person in the
No, yeah,
entire
she's-
world.
Sounds fantastic.
Our children would not have the lives that they have
Without
if we
moms.
did not have our mom to depend on.
You know this finna be
But-
epic if you giving that disclaimer, though.
But at the same time, you're not going to just get over on her.
Right.
And just she's just gonna go for it.
Right.
So I'm gonna give my little bit of perspective, and then he can finish. You know,
it's two different.
I get a
perspectives of the
call
same
one
story.
day. I don't even remember where I was, but she said, "Hey," and it was so nonchalant. She said, "Hey," I was like, "Hey, mom." She was like, "Well, your little brother decided he wanted to run away, so if you want to find him, you better come to the neighborhood. I'm sure he's around here somewhere."
True
I let him.
story.
I said, "Wait, what?" And she said, "I let him take the bike that he had because you bought it.
You bought
But that's it. He can't take shit that I got him." I was like, "Oh God!" So I had to go to the neighborhood to find him
Yeah.
because I bought that bike because I started working when I was 15. Like I was,
Yeah.
as soon as I got old enough to work, I was earning my own money.
That's
Oh,
another
yeah.
fun
Yeah,
fact.
me
I
too.
started working at an early age because of him
Yeah.
too.
Wow.
I started working as soon as they would allow me to. But anyway, so at that time, I didn't have a lot of bills and stuff. You know what I mean? So I was probably 17. Oh no, I had to be 18 at
You was
least.
younger than that because I
Was
was.
I?
No, I was
17?
10. when
Yeah,
it
so you were 10.
happened.
So I was
Yeah,
18. It might have been right before I went to college, or it was probably the summer. It was the summer before I
I'm
went to
pretty
college.
sure it was that summer because I
Yeah.
was. Yeah, it was.
It was the summer before I went. I was going to
was.
leave for college that coming August or whatever.
Yeah.
So she calls me, and I was like, "Holy shit!" So I go to the neighborhood.
To go find him. What's he doing?
He's just fucking pedaling. He's just fucking pedaling with no destination. So I don't know where he was on his way to. I don't
have
even
no fucking
remember
where to
exactly
go.
what happened that made him decide he was going to run away. And then what did you have on? What were you wearing? Like
I had on like some slides,
and like a basketball shorts or
some
something?
basketball shorts, and I think a little beater.
Yeah, because she was
I
like, "You
couldn't
ain't
take
taking
nothing.
it."
I
Yeah.
couldn't take nothing that she
Yeah.
bought, so I just like put on what
I
I
love
could put
that.
on to leave.
He's like, go ahead and go, but you're not
I
taking
actually
any of my
said, I was like,
stuff.
well, Leron bought me the bike.
Yeah, that was his
Oh,
I
answer.
was
said, well,
your
Leron
thing.
bought. So to me, I'm like, I'm good. I have a bike. You know what I'm saying?
That technicality gave him
Yeah.
something to ride because he would have
I
been walking.
said that. I said, Leron bought me the bike because she said that she was just like,
funny.
you ain't leaving out here with nothing. I said, well, Leron bought me my bike.
He's like, good, I'll call him and he'll come get
I ain't
it.
even had to call him. He bought that. She called him. I had the
called him.
bike. I'm
She
good.
called him.
And it was just like, your little brother decided to run away. You might want to go find him.
That's
This
so
is a completely
funny.
different generation. My son finna be 10. he's no way near ready
No,
to just leave
hell
the
no.
house and
God,
ride
no.
around the neighborhood.
My daughter's 13, and if I do allow her to stay at the apartment by herself, she's do not leave, do not open this door for
Oh, yeah.
anything.
Right.
And she doesn't stay home for more than 30 minutes by herself.
Wow.
And that's
But
a middle schooler.
I was staying home alone at 10,
Oh,
and
yeah.
then for 2 years to make sure that I was responsible enough, and then at 12 they got pulled out of daycare so I could be the babysitter so they could save some money.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
No, we stayed at home as a young kid. Both my parents worked, and we stayed home all the time, when they were younger. So,
Yeah.
So did you feel it was your duty, or was your job to kind of look out for
Oh, God,
everybody? You felt that
To this day.
You don't. Nobody ever
Yeah, he's still
told
like
you
that.
that.
No.
But you. Just,
I mean, in
they
a way,
told him.
yes, they told me yes.
There was expectations. You need to look out for your siblings. And,
yeah. But it wasn't like I needed to be convinced.
right.
It was
Well,
when
and
it was
then
told to me. I felt that anyway.
Right, you felt that responsibility, and then it turned into where your anger would kick in, so that you could do what you needed to do.
Sometimes.
you probably developed that.
Sometimes, yeah. And to
it's
this day,
interesting.
honestly, we're grown. We're adults right now. I mean, for our family vacations, they know.
It's the same way.
To this day, they
I'm
are
30.
both 30 something. He's 30. My sister's
And you're looking out
34.
for 'em.
I'm finna be 31.
His girlfriend came with us, and her little sister came with us this past vacation. And every family vacation, they know because my mom and we have a different stepdad. A different
Yeah.
stepdad now, not the
Yeah.
one I grew up with, not his dad. But on the weekend, like our family vacations are like Wednesday through Monday or Thursday through Tuesday, whatever. So usually on that Friday and Saturday night,
We pop out.
they'll allow us to go do adult things at night. Go find a nightlife,
Yeah,
and they'll
cool.
keep all the kids at the Airbnb.
Oh, that's cool. Yeah.
They know we're not doing any wandering off. Nobody's going off by themselves.
everybody together.
I need to keep an eye. I have to see where you all are at all times.
Wow.
We're not
Grown
doing
ass
any
man,
bullshit.
3 kids.
Yeah.
Don't matter.
I do not care. And I told his girl, I felt really bad because I told his girl, his girlfriend's sister, like, hey, I'm sorry, but you coming on the vacation with us means that
You're part of the
you're part
flock.
of this now. And you're gonna fall. You have to. I'm not gonna leave too many choices for people to fall in line or not.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
y'all are my responsibility. I'm going to protect everyone at all costs. So normally I walk around and I try to make myself small. I want everybody to see that I'm smiling, I'm happy, I'm a nice guy. Let's have a great time.
Yeah.
When you see me, I want it to be fun and meet me. When we go on those, when I'm out of town with the family, I present myself as big as I
Larger,
can.
Yeah.
Like this realm is my realm. The people in this area, that's me. And you won't get into this area and do anything
you realize
inappropriate.
that's more about you than it is about them. They're all taking care of themselves. But
No.
that's what
It's more about
that's what you need.
From his perspective, it's all
is.
about us.
It is.
Oh, I know, but that's about what he needs.
Oh,
not
yeah.
what
Yeah.
everybody
Yeah.
else needs. So.
Our mom still kind of leans on him.
Well,
She does, yeah. And
She knows.
And she fully expects me.
She knows that everybody's safe as long as you're around.
Absolutely.
He's
And
gonna
that's
get the
good.
first
that's
call.
a nice peace of mind.
If something absolutely has to get done, I mean, me and Courtney gonna do it. I'm gonna do whatever my mom needs. But like if it's like high priority,
That's me.
Oh, yeah.
she's gonna call him.
Yeah, immediately.
I like it.
But I want to say and give you the backstory of why I ran away.
Okay.
Oh yeah.
Well, do you have
You
some
gotta-
more perspective?
I don't. No. I
So
don't.
this is what happened. It was the summer, and I'll tell you why. Because when I'm on the computer all day. Courtney out and about. I locked her out. I was just being weird. I locked her out the house because I had snuck on one of y'all's MySpace, or I was making a MySpace. And I just wanted privacy. And at that time, I didn't want Courtney to know the girls I was talking to or none of that. And my mom called me because Courtney called her and said, God won't let me in the house. She was like, look, if you don't let her in the house, I'm going to whoop your ass when you get home, whoopity-woo. She took her word. You know what I'm saying? I didn't let her in. I had my time. I wanted to talk to the girls that I was talking to without my sister coming in. She whooped me, whatever. And I was like, all right, I'm going to run away. You know what I'm saying?
You were justified.
I was, in my mind, she's all right. You ain't taking nothing that I bought. Don't put nothing. Everything he said is exactly what happened to a T. But I'm like, all right, well, Leron bought me the bike. Mo brought me the bike, right?
Yeah.
So I left. I remember when I seen you I don't know if you remember this part. I start pedaling fast.
He tried to get away. He tried to get away.
Outrun the car.
But that day was such a blessing for me because if you remember, we went to it was why am I Elvis's crib.
Yeah.
And there was so much smoking going on. Not like they were doing it in a malicious way. First of all, everybody gave me a TED talk.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
All the guys. Because we're all, our friends are family too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I got the worst headache ever.
From secondary?
From all that smoke. My head was hurting so bad.
Yeah.
But I remember Leron like, look, I'm only doing this because I love you, whoop-de-woo. I don't remember everything word for. I remember you saying that. He was like, look, you ain't gonna always agree, whoop-de-whoop-de-woo, but this is what you gotta do. Elvis said some stuff. Snack said some stuff to me. And I remember just taking in all this game.
Yeah.
I remember, and I'm 10.
I like it.
I'm taking all this game. He takes me to the crib. And I went in there. My head was hurting so bad. I just said sorry to my mom.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't even take a shower. I just went on the couch and went to sleep.
Mm-hmm.
That's how bad my head was hurting.
Yeah.
I'll never forget that. But when we was on East Street, because Elvis stayed basically
on
East Street
yeah.
at the end in them apartments.
Yep.
He see me. I start. I ain't going nowhere. I'm just trying to get away to fucking just go somewhere.
Yeah.
That has no real destination. At that point, he tracks me down. He takes me over there. But that honestly was like a huge thing because I got to hear this different perspective. And Elvis, shout out Elvis, he was he is, but I'm speaking from this time, very, very smart.
Yeah.
He was the one that was different from all of them.
He's one of the most unique dudes in my friend group, and he never once tried to fit in.
Yeah.
His cousins are, they do what they do or whatever. He's a nerd. He loves Nintendo. He loves anime. He whatever.
He could wrestle and shit, though.
He could wrestle,
I remember how strong he was.
But he has never once tried to pretend to be someone he's not. Yeah. He's one of the most unique dudes in my friend group. I love that dude. That's cool. My boy.
That's cool.
And it's just, that's what makes him stand out he is who he is. He could be in a room full of gangbangers. He could be in a room full of bikers. He could be in a room full of whatever. He's just going to be him.
Yeah. That's why for that moment for me, I'm a 10-year-old, right? I'm around at this point in my life, it's a Crip neighborhood. So I see orange and blue flags everywhere. Not to say they were the gang, the super street guys, but I'm around like my brother and the guys that are hood dudes. Mm-hmm. Not to say Elvis isn't. He's just Elvis. So I remember to this day.
His real name is Elvis, by the way.
That's his real name.
We've talked about him before.
Oh, okay, that's right. Okay,
yeah.
then we did. That's right.
I remember when he was speaking to me, I felt like it was a way different perspective coming from them. Not necessarily just including Leron, but he was just not carrying himself like a super hood dude. He was very Elvis. Yeah. He knows what I mean by that.
Yeah.
He was very proper. The way he said it, it's like, you can't do that, man. Like, he just said it in a way, and he was the last person that had talked to me that day. Mm-hmm. And it just stuck with me. And that was like my bonding moment with Elvis. Because that's these are his friends. Yeah. These are his friends.
Yep.
I'm the little brother of Leron.
But his little brother, his friends are, I consider them like little brothers.
Yeah, they are. But that was my real bonding moment with him that kind of, how you only need one moment with somebody to lock y'all in forever.
Yeah.
Because I didn't just hang out with Elvis, right? That's his friend. Like, if I'm around, because I'm with my big brother.
Right.
That moment stuck with me forever. Because I never forgot that.
Yeah.
And I remember how he made me feel like, man, you're going to be all right. But you need to go home. You need to apologize to your mother. Like, I remember this. Because, that's the only time I ever ran away. But no, shout out Elvis.
Fantastic,
shout out Snag.
Man. It takes a village.
It does.
You guys lived in a village.
We did.
The more I hear about your family, the more I love your family. And we have a lot of similarities. I'm very glad to meet you guys.
Thank you so much.
Get to know Mo. I'm glad we get to know Mo.
Shout out to Mo.
A lot more about it.
This was episode 18?
Yeah,
18.
The Rock We Live On. We appreciate my brother Guy for coming and joining us.
For being our first guest.
Yes, sir.
Appreciate that. That's an honor.
Y'all make sure you check it out.
I didn't know that until you told me. I appreciate it.
See you next time.
Episode
Next
18. Next time, let's get it.
Hey, thanks for checking out The Rock We Live On with Mo and Craig. Make sure you like and follow us on TikTok, Facebook, and YouTube. And then you can also find us
Anywhere where you listen to podcasts, we're on all platforms, or check out Spotify podcasts to watch our videos.
Thanks a lot.